You could always try this.
What is it?
November 15th.
There's a small town newspaper in Alaska. They're giving it away for free.
She's headed to the edge of the world.
I heard this is the place to be.
And their holiday romance will make headlines. Carly Hughes, Rob Mays, and Marie Osmond.
We can make a pretty unstoppable team.
Now that sounds like a front page story.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
The Christmas edition premieres Sunday, November 15th at 8. Part of It's a Wonderful Lifetime. 24/7 holiday movies all season long.
All right, guys, welcome back. I am Emily. I am so excited about this next panel. We have Marie Osmond, Carly Hughes, and Rob Mays joining us. Let's get into this and talk about the Christmas edition. Thank you guys so much for joining.
Hi.
Hi. Marie, I think you're on mute. Oh, there we go. We're good. We are good to go. How is everyone doing tonight? How are you guys feeling?
Great. Feel amazing.
I want to start off by asking you guys, and just for the fans watching, there is going to be a Q&A segment at the end for the last 10 minutes, so make sure to submit your questions in the Q&A box.
I just want to say, I didn't get the memo to wear red.
Yellow, and I change color.
I feel left out, but it's fine.
But Carly, you have a Christmas tree behind you, so you win. I want to start off with you, Carly, and asking just how you kind of tapped into this character, and then each of you kind of explain as well.
Oh my. My story is very different from Rob and Marie because I kind of tapped into her along the way. I got this, on a whim, and I got to read the script like 2 days before filming. So me and Jackie were getting to know each other intimately along the way. But what I liked about her from the start is that she's very strong-willed and independent and very focused. She's not so much stubborn, which you do find in a lot of Christmas movies, but she's just very focused, which are traits that I carry, along with myself. So it was fun to try to make those likable and while keeping them realistic, because everyone has a little bit of those traits. But I just like her spirit and her willingness to try new experiences.
Definitely. Rob, what about you?
I can't top that answer. That was top notch.
Yeah.
Samesies. Man, you know what? Christmas is the best time of the year. You know what I mean?
The best.
And so, I don't know, for me, and I've been so fortunate now to do, my fourth Lifetime Christmas movie.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's so cool to be able to get in the spirit very early in the year, generally in the Christmas time. I mean, the summertime rather, warm coats and stuff and sweating. And you sweat so much while you're filming these movies in the summertime that by the time Christmas rolls around, you're svelte. At least for me.
It's a good workout. Marie, you obviously have done a ton of work through the years. What was it about this that drew you in?
No, this is called acting. That's something I've not done a ton of. You know what? I just think it's something I've always wanted to do. And I think that it's important to keep trying things that you want to do. And I have to say, honestly, I know that things were crazy with COVID and everybody trying to get on the set and off. And Carly, she came in last minute. And what a blessing and a gift it was to work with her. And Rob, we worked together on a film the year prior, and he made me feel so great. I think it's really important to connect to the people that you're working with, and they just loved me. And I kept looking at Carly going, was that okay? Was she mean?
And I would giggle. I just giggled because I was like, it's Marie. She's not a villain, but she'd give me some sass and a look, and I'd be like, because it was so good and saucy.
I just channel the divas I've worked with throughout my life, and just kind of put them in her.
Easy for you to tap into. You're like, I got this. Carly and Rob, how did you guys kind of form the chemistry and the bond that comes across so strong on screen?
That was tough, man. I mean, Carly is. I'm even more shy than Carly.
We met like the day, what was it, Saturday? We started filming on a Monday, and Saturday, he's like, what are you doing? Sends me a text. And I was like, I'm just in my pajamas. What are you doing? And he comes over, we chill and hang out. I think we had like rosé and we were in Utah, so the views were amazing. And like, we were just fast friends, like both goofballs, both laugh at almost everything and ourselves and each other. So it was easy because we had that going into it just from an instant meeting. So on set, it was just like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, we take everything very, very seriously.
And a serious actor.
How much laughing was going on the set? I feel like the three of you alone, I wouldn't be able to stop giggling in a room. So how did you guys get work done?
There's lots of we were very professional. So we waited till after. We waited till cut, but I think there was more sweating going on set. I mean, I'm speaking for myself. I know everyone else. It was Utah in August, so I didn't know this. It actually gets hotter at the end of the day in Utah. So by 5 p.m., when they're like, okay, now we're going to do, when you arrive in Alaska. And I was like, what? It's like 100 degrees and I have a cable knit sweater and a wool scarf and wool gloves and a wool hat and a ski suit and fur-lined boots and a puffy coat. And I was like, what? Let's make some magic. But yeah.
So you have a natural glow the entire movie is what you're saying.
I was like, I don't need any, highlights. I got them.
It's been on PPE, I mean, I had long johns on too and stuff. We had layers and layers.
Well, I'm a Utah girl, and I thought it was great.
Marie, you were like, I'm in my element. I got it.
I was totally in my element. We shot in a place called Huntsville, Utah. And when we arrived, it was crazy because the building that we shot in, I was telling these guys that was like the only, general store in the area, just this tiny little place. And I was showing them all the places where the hotel where everybody was staying was my old elementary school, which no longer exists. But it was just so fun to be in that environment because it was beautiful. It really channeled Alaska, which is where the movie takes place.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
What was it like filming in August in the middle of COVID and everything happening? I mean, was there a lot of precautions that you guys had to take? Was it kind of quarantining ahead of time and then you guys were just together? What was it like?
All of the above. I mean, we were, again, amongst some of the first to start filming. I came specifically straight from I live alone. I am alone. I quarantined since March. So going there was a huge thing for me because I have actually lost people to COVID. So the protocol was we were tested every 72 hours. We were also quarantined while there, meaning we were allowed to go to our homes and then to set. And then from set and then home, food was brought to us. It was very strict hand washing stations. Our crew wore masks the entire time. So it helped to feel safe. I mean, I hate that I still don't know what my crew looks like without a mask, but we had no scares along the way. We remained safe the whole time, which made it easier to film. We were stressed about enough already, all of us. So that was one thing that we were able to take off, the table. And it came right on time because we all needed a little bit of something. What?
Oh, I'm sorry, it broke up. My Wi-Fi is weird here. No, I was just saying I shared my COVID test on social media with people at my nose. And you know what, I tease, but I think the thing that I saw the most, because I'm probably the newbie when it comes to film, is the gratitude that everybody had. These guys, myself, everybody, that we were able to work when other people weren't. And we were all very, very grateful for that opportunity. And we thank Lifetime for that. And Peter Sullivan, who, gave me this shot to do this too, and everybody that's involved in it. But it was just one of those real gratitude moments as well.
Yeah,
absolutely. Rob, did you want to add something? I don't want to cut you off.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, I second everything Marie said. I mean, it's such a blessing to be employed, in these times and to be able to do, such a great project with such great people. And for me, again, it's like a family now after my second movie with Marie, right? And with Peter, I think it's my third film, and the crew, so Carly, I know what they look like because we've shot normal circumstances.
I know. I'd be like, Rob, who is that?
I love how they took hair wefts and sewed them on the bottom of their masks, so they were looking like they had beards. No.
I love that. How was it, besides it being very hot? What was the setting like in Utah? What did you guys do? I mean, in between, was there things to do that you could like go have fun even though everything was kind of closed down?
Oh no, we were quarantined, like for real. So home, set, home. Yeah. So, I mean, we were able to like see the gorgeous landscapes, but to be honest, we shot this movie in, 14 days, 13 days. So, there was no time. Like you sun up, go to set, be way after sundown, go home, eat something and do it again. So yeah, it was great because we didn't feel like we missed out on anything,
Marie, how was it? And we talked about this a little on my last panel about how quick these movies get done and how fast and efficient Lifetime is with their holiday movies, especially that's, 13, 14, 15 days and then it's done. Is that tough for you to adjust to? Because I mean, that's not something normal usually in production.
Nothing of this was normal for me. I come from a background of like variety television where we had to memorize 350 pages of script in 2.5 days. So the fast is good. I think it's challenging though, because I watched Carly step into this and she was like trying to lines and depth and Rob, they were the ones that did the heavy lifting. I was the color commentator, you know what I mean? And so my respect, you can tell, we were talking, Carly and I talked about Broadway, that training, and I know that Rob sings and performs. You got one shot to get it right, so I think that kind of training really helps with something that's shot this quickly. And I was interested in, Meredith said that sometimes they miss things here and there, but really I don't think they missed anything. That crew, I have never seen people work so diligently. We got breaks, they got nothing, and really high five to all of them.
Yeah,
absolutely. I want to talk a little bit about your own holiday traditions. Rob, have you set up your Christmas decorations yet?
No. I'm in Nashville right now at my friend's place, and it's amazing. And they put up all their decorations yesterday. So props to them. But no, not home. I haven't even hardly been around. I just made a move in LA to a different place, and I'm still unpacking my Christmas.
I feel like this year people are putting up their decorations a little earlier than usual. Carly, is that the case with you? Or do you always go early?
I mean, she's always ready for Christmas. I normally put my decorations up the week after Halloween because I like to take my time to put it up. But I cook so much on Thanksgiving and I normally always host. I like to cook and then be able to sit down and relax and look at my lights. I do appreciate, people who like to decorate after, Thanksgiving, but I've always liked to put it up and have it done. But this year I put it up on Halloween because it was needed. And there was no way I was getting through the election and the rest of 2020 without some Christmas. So she's up there.
Yeah, I think stores set up early too this year. I was seeing Christmas
absolutely
months
everywhere.
ago.
But everyone loves that spirit, that cheer, that hopefulness, that everything that we have been missing and yearning for and lacking in 2020 is what Christmas encompasses every year. So, it's up.
Marie, what about you? Are you guys decorated yet?
No, not decorate, but I usually channel Carly's philosophy. I try to have the lights up and things like that, at least the tree up by Thanksgiving, right after Halloween, Thanksgiving, and then just kind of add to it. But I to leave in after the end of January because it's a lot of work and it just makes me happy. That's the great thing about these kind of movies and why it's so thrilling to be a part of them is I think we've been through so much, and in general the holidays are wonderful times to be with friends and family. I like to, instead of gifts, like go out and see shows and things like that, and since we can't do that, this is a great way to stay home and watch a show, and so it's fun to be part of it, and Lifetime's terrific.
Absolutely. Rob, obviously you have a singing career as well. How has that been affected by everything happening?
Boy, there's hardly any live shows, right? There hasn't been for a long time. And I think that we need to figure out a way to support all the small venues because a lot of them are on the verge of going under. That's a really important part of our society and our culture and, keeping our spirits up. So
yeah, but Rob, you started doing things virtually in the meantime.
I did. We did a whole bunch of those, and there's more to come. And I'm actually in Nashville now, and actually the whole songwriting community here has been really, really impacted by COVID, and it just in this wave, just the last few weeks. The CMAs were just a couple nights ago, and Tyler Hubbard and Lee Bryce tested positive, Janae Fleener. There's a whole bunch of people that tested positive, and they had to back out. So, it's safety first, and we're taking all the precautions. But there's a lot of people impacted, and we're not on the other side of this yet by any means.
Absolutely. It is obviously Christmas music time. Do each of you have a favorite Christmas song that instantly gets you in the mood for Christmas?
Yeah, the song I wrote last year.
I knew you were going to say that.
Just for you, Rob. I set that up for you.
I knew you were going to say that.
I like Jingle Bells when the dogs sing it and they go woo 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 woo.
I had that whole vinyl, Marie, of the Pound Puppies.
Oh yes, and the Cow Christmas is a good one too. They usually wake my children up Christmas morning. So
I love all Christmas songs, but I really love Eartha Kitt's Santa Baby. Every time I hear it, I'm like, it's Christmas time.
Rob, besides yours, in addition to that, what is your favorite?
I like that song, cashews burning on a...
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Leaf cashews roasting.
Cashews starting fires in the kitchen.
Bless you.
Oh my goodness. What is each of your holiday tradition that you look forward to every year? You can't wait to do? I mean, I know this year they may be a little different, but is there something you're really looking forward to?
Oh gosh.
Sunday, man. We're gonna watch this movie.
It's your new tradition.
Your new tradition.
It's mine. Yeah,
He's like, I'm gonna turn it on every year. My mom and I mean, I don't know, everything is a tradition. We used to always bake cookies and go shopping way too much, and then come home every night and watch, a Christmas movie. So that has been something we've done, we never called it a tradition, but it's become a tradition, and I've said, Marie knows, I've said before, it's actually great because I haven't been able to see my family or my mom in almost a year now, some of them over a year because of, COVID, and I can't fly and they can't fly. So it'll be nice to, this came at the right time, and it was such a gift because I'll, be able to FaceTime her, but I'll be in her house at Christmas a little bit on TV, doing something that we normally always do together. So it came as a great gift, this movie.
That's so sweet. Marie, what about you?
Well, this will be the first Christmas that it'll just be my husband and myself since 1982. So it'll just, because of COVID, all the kids are kind of staying away, and they're going to have their own Christmas. So we'll be FaceTiming a lot this year. But in general, I love Christmas Eve, and always opening pajamas and hot cocoa and watching movies. And cartoons and things like that. That's a lifetime tradition in our home.
I love that.
I want to dive into some fan questions because we got some good ones. Does Rob or Marie sing in the movie?
Go ahead, Rob.
Well,
Camila doesn't sing. She's just nasty. That's my character. But I did sing there's a song that I sang for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, what about you?
I don't sing in this one. As much as
Rob comes in and interrupts me singing in the movie.
That's true. That's a good
As you do. And there's also another song like Marie that I sing that is in, within the movie. But yeah, he's included in the interruption of the song of Christmas.
Tune in because I'm going to be taking over the Lifetime IG handle on Sunday, and
where you'll be singing live.
You're going to be singing.
I'm going to sing. I'll sing.
Perfect. You said it here, so you have to do it now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, another question. What was the funniest offstage moments during filming?
I don't know. There were so many, but one that I can remember is like Rob was so hot. I want to say it was like day 2, maybe not, but he was so hot, and he's like, oh man. And we're wearing, it's to his credit and everyone's credit, it's 100 degrees, and we're wearing like a million layers. And Rob's face is just like pale and sweating. I'm like, did you eat today? No. Well, you should eat. Did you have water? No. So he's like sitting there with a fan, and I have a picture of it. I'm literally like taking chunks of watermelon and feeding it to him. So like none of us mess up our makeup and everything. And so that doesn't get on his costume because, watermelon water, electrolytes. And so he's like holding a fan like this in the picture. And I'm like, say goodbye. It's so funny to me.
Used hand sanitizer first.
Yeah, of course. I sanitized, but we were in the same, testing bubble. So it was good.
I love it.
100 degrees. It was literally 100 degrees.
Yeah, no, I'm not exaggerating when I say 100. It was
round up. Like it was like 100 degrees.
Rough, I'm sure. I'm sure that was rough. And shout out to the crew also who was wearing PPE on top of that, because that's incredible in temperatures like that. All right, next up, do you guys do Black Friday Christmas shopping last minute, or do you just buy ahead of time and plan all year round?
I am all year round. I'm all year round. Like I've finished my Christmas shopping already.
Wow, impressive.
What'd you get?
I can't tell you, it was a surprise.
I would say yes to all of them.
Yeah, I was like, shopping, yes.
Rob, why do I get the feeling you are last minute?
I just got out of the shower. What are you talking about? You know what? Sometimes I try to plan in advance. I try to planning in advance, and then that rarely happens.
So you plan on planning.
He thinks about planning it.
It all works out.
It happens. It's a tough time. Let's see. What is your favorite type of Christmas cookie?
Ooh.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not a big, huge sweet person like that. Like I normally have one or a bite of something. I'm like, that was good. And then I'm done. But like, I mean, man, the standard sugar cookie with some sprinkles and icing will get you in trouble. That'll get you in trouble.
Oh, come on. Russian tea cake things. You know what I'm talking about? With the powdered sugar? It's like
cookies are, yeah. Those are good.
Carly, I saw you at craft services.
I was like, what you got for me?
Chili cheese Fritos. I'll eat them.
Marie, what about you? What's your go-to Christmas cookie?
Yes.
All of the above.
You can tell we had no fun on this movie, the three of us.
I know. One of these questions is like, it seems like you guys were a jokester, was that the same on set? And it's like, clearly you guys, I don't know how you got any work done.
I just want to say, I mean, it's when you're in an environment where that's not like naturally there, it's so hard to fabricate that and recreate it, and when it's just there, it is such a blessing and it's so fun.
Yeah. I mean, and I just like to say, we all are aware and know that it's, that doesn't happen all the time. So especially in times of COVID, and when you're filming something in 2 weeks, 13, 14, 15 days, you don't always get that. So the fact that, we had that from the get, it made filming more fun and it made everything easier. So, it wasn't a situation that was taken for granted by any of us.
It's a blessing for me. Seriously, this is, like I said, this is the newbie here, and these guys were so fun. I had the best time, and I love being, I've been me for a long time. I really enjoyed being someone else.
Marie, is it challenging for you to kind of like force yourself to shut off you and do this other character because you have been on screen as yourself for so long?
I love it. The whole concept, something that I have loved for my entire life. I was in New York studying with Lee Strasberg when I was a kid, and then I had to change that whole direction when the family needed me to go back to work. And it's just something that I've always wanted to do. And sincerely, the fact that they called me to do this and Lifetime, and then I got to work with these guys. I just don't think there's any accidents, and I had the best time. They're wonderful. I really felt comfortable knowing that Rob was going to be there. I kind of took a breath, and then I met Carly, and I was like, oh my gosh, Carly, I've known you my entire life, I swear. And
Yeah.
so really, truly, I'm the lucky one.
So sweet. We have a burning question from a fan. Team real tree or fake tree?
Woo!
Camouflage?
What?
Whoosh.
Camouflage.
I'm really like, I grew up on the East Coast, so we have seasons and weather changes. We don't have that here in LA. So I love it. There's nothing like a real tree. Even in New York, I'd go, on the corner, get my tree, haul it up 5 flights of stairs to my 1 bedroom and put it. But I've become accustomed to my Balsam Hill fake tree because I don't want to burn my house down in LA. And I like to put it up early, and it's, the weather, you have to acclimate to where you're at. So I love a real tree, but I will make a fake one look real.
Is your fake tree acclimating well to its environment?
She's thriving, darling.
See, I would answer that yes, because I take the fake tree and then I put real branches within it. So
Exactly.
it smells
Nice.
good.
Nice. I love that. Rob, what about you?
Thanks, Scott.
I got to say, I have some allergies, one of which is grass. The other is trees. So I don't have grass growing in my home, nor do I have trees. And why are we cutting down trees? Let them grow.
He does the cherry tree.
Well, now I'm gonna feel guilty. I had a real tree every single year of my life, and now I feel guilty.
Just get the tree and do like I do when I eat lobster. I go, "Ooh, you're gonna taste so good. I'm gonna take good care of you." You just cut your tree down and take care of it.
I've got 2 fake ones off Amazon, and they're amazing.
Nailing it.
I love it. I love it, guys. Well, unfortunately, it is time to wrap. I am so sad that this is over, but thank you guys so much for doing this. I had so much fun chatting with you guys, and everyone mark the calendars because the Christmas edition this Sunday night at 8 p.m. on Lifetime.
Yeah, get into it.
Yay. And everyone watching, last but not least, if you enjoyed these events, make sure to sign up on the Lifetime Live website. And we're going to wrap up and take a look at some of the other holiday movies we have coming this weekend. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, Marie, Carly.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
For a car collector, you have a lot of sleighs.
I'd heard rumors about a car that had been used to deliver toys at Christmas.
It really was like Santa's sleigh.
November 14th.
The toy drive. Maybe I should do it again.
To revive a holiday tradition,
Why don't we do it?
We?
put the keys in the ignition.
You got that list?
Check it twice.
Tia Sircar, Michael Xavier, Christmas on Wheels. Premiere Saturday, November 14th at 8. Part of It's a Wonderful Lifetime, 24/7 holiday movies all season long.